Goodness gracious. Good morning. Good morning, good morning, good morning. It's a fine day for it today. It's a bloody fine day for it today.
We're headed to the war zone. Get geared up and stand by.
It's me, a local silly little guy, in a silly little world, playing some Warzone. Gosh. What a novel concept, huh? Good to see you all, guys. I hope you're all doing well. Good morning, good morning. Yeah, a bit of Warzone start today. Why not? A bit of Warzone generally, you know? And we will be doing Borderlands tomorrow. Tomorrow. Which will be lovely. So we had Battlefield news last night, for those of you who missed it. Very exciting Battlefield news. I did go back and actually watch, I watched the 4K upgrade on stream, and I gotta tell you, it actually does look really good. Honestly, I was quite firmly impressed by just how much of a visual jump it was compared to the 1440p we were putting out before, considering it was the same bitrate. But yeah, Borderlands is a thing. It is occurring.
Battle Royale.
So we will be doing a bit of that. You'll have me, the lovely Stodlington, and possibly some other local men getting together in Borderlands. And that stream is in fact sponsored by the lovely folks at Borderlands as well, which is very exciting. So I'm really looking forward to that. I think that's going to be a good run. It does hypothetically go live at 5 PM tonight. I could start streaming it then if I wanted to, but I am also at a wedding reception this evening, and I think me and Stod have already agreed that we kind of wanted to make a bit of a day of it tomorrow. So... oh, dude, I'm well excited for Battlefield 6. I had to post, well, we've got Battlefield 6 Battle Royale news, which is incredible. They're actually testing the BR this Friday in Battlefield Labs. How crazy is that? I posted a Battlefield 6 clip yesterday, and, like, I was just sat there thinking to myself, Jesus Christ, dude, I had so much fun. And I don't think I realized it. Or, like, I realized it, but, like... I don't know, it's just, like... just sort of ingrained in my head. Like, I don't know, it dawned on me how much I missed Battlefield 6. But anyway, we have very exciting news about the Battlefield 6 Battle Royale. It is being tested this Friday in Battlefield Labs. I did a video on it at 11 o'clock last night, only to be instantly crushed by our lovely Jackie frags. But it's looking very promising. 100 players, destruction, vehicles, including powerful vehicles, which are accessible by doing certain missions. I think there's a lot to look forward to with what Battlefield is putting together, and I'm quite excited to see how it goes. It releases probably this year, seeing as they're testing it now, which I always thought was going to be the case anyway, like that wasn't really a secret to me. And we know that loadout drops will be in it, looting will be in it, missions are in it. Probably the most interesting bit of information is that the circle kills you instantly, which is obviously a very different take on the BR scene at the moment. Every other circle in every other Battle Royale is a little bit weak by comparison. In Battlefield 6, it will kill you instantaneously, which I'm actually very excited for. I think that's a very cool decision. One of the things I was sort of thinking about is, like, it feels like BRs have kind of lost their tension. I think, like, in the very early days of Battle Royales felt quite tense and quite, like, high stakes. Because the circles were kind of scary, people didn't really know their way around them, they assumed that they'd die really quickly. And, like, you got a lot of intensity on the edge of those circles because of that. And I think we kind of lost that with BRs. Like, in PUBG, you can just sort of live in the gas for as long as humanly possible, and in Warzone it's not exactly a problem either. So the idea that you instantly die, I'm actually all for. I think it could be a very promising development for BRs. I actually genuinely believe it's going to be a pretty tangible upgrade.
You're losing ground. Move it. Primary objective complete.
Good morning,
All
E-player.
targets eliminated.
So ready for Battlefield 6? You and me both, buddy. You and me both, man. I'm really looking forward to it.
I'm reloading.
Do you think there'll be a solo mode? I think there will be a solo mode. I believe it was data mined. I assume they probably will just launch with squads and solos, though. I don't think they'll do, like, duos and trios. They might include those later on, either as limited time modes or just depending on how healthy their player base is. I mean, people forget, Warzone only launched with quads and solos back in the day. Or was it trios and solos back in the day? Yeah, I'll hop in with Benny and Broken at some point, probably. To be honest with you, the second beta weekend wasn't that great, Cody. They were clearly stress testing their servers, and they just didn't tell people that, so it was quite laggy, generally, to be honest with you. I mean, I've got pretty incredible internet, and I had to deal with that.
Thanks for the work. UAV overflight terminated.
Yeah, the first game's always casual, Dornov, just because it's really hard to find solos at this time in the morning. Or at least it's hard for me. I don't really get them. It takes me like 10 minutes sometimes. So I give it like a little while. I had hit reg issues in the beta, quite annoying. Yeah, I mean, the first weekend I had no hit reg issues. I felt the gunplay was really satisfying. Second weekend I was like, oh, a couple things here aren't landing properly. There isn't an earlier release date for pre-ordering, no, Big H. It's all October 10th, regardless of where you are. I do have some pretty exciting news about some Battlefield stuff potentially soon. I'm not allowed to talk about it yet, but it is pretty cool, and I'm quite keen to show you guys. You reckon this guy's like got a sniper hiding behind this, definitely going to whip out and try and hit me with a 1-2 skidoo, or is he just going to hop straight in the heli? What do we reckon? Holy lag. Oh. I mean, I guess I'll take disabling the chopper, but it wasn't really how I expected that to go. Battlefield 6 waiting room? Pretty much. Well, I'm really just looking forward to the larger maps. We obviously now know pretty healthily that there are a lot of larger maps coming to the game at this point, which is actually pretty exciting. Like, for me personally, Battlefield, it plays best when it's a true combined arms experience. So I'm really looking forward to that. My favorite Battlefield maps from the past are things like Gormwood Railway and, like, you know, Operation Firestorm and Caspian Border. Stuff like that. Could be a local server issue knee-deep, or maybe a connection issue, but it's perfectly fine on my end. So if anything is sort of weirdly happening, it's not me. Although the one thing I will say is that my microphone is weirdly peaking at times, as if it doesn't know what it wants to do. Or maybe that's just because I keep changing the distance. I don't know.
Returning to base.
Let me, Oh, I can alt-tab out of this, actually, now. Yeah, because I went full screen borderless, didn't I? Just double check what my mic volume is set to. It's in the right spot. 40, 42. It'll be fine. I'm sure it's fine. It'll be fine. If it peaks, it peaks. It's fine. 24/7 Goldwood Railway enjoys? 100%. I would classify myself as one of them. I just love Battlefield, man. I'm honestly, like... Having Battlefield, like... Because this is the thing, you know, it's something I keep trying to contextualize to people. It's not even just that Battlefield is back, it's that Battlefield is back with a good game. Because, like, I didn't like Battlefield 1 because the gunplay was terrible. Like, the gunplay in Battlefield 1 sucked. Battlefield 5 was a bit hit and miss. You know, there was just a lot of, like... If you're a real Battlefield fan who has been around for a long, long time, since the Battlefield 3, Battlefield 2, Battlefield 4 days, like, hell, loads of you even before that, like, this is the first time Battlefield has actually felt like Battlefield for a long time. And that's obviously if you're sort of ignoring the fact that we didn't get to play the larger maps. Obviously, it probably felt a little bit more like COD if it was just, you know, we didn't get to play those maps, but... Like, this is the first time Battlefield has felt incredible in probably over a decade, in my opinion. And I say this as a, like, OG Battlefield enjoyer. Like, I don't think it gets much better than what we played in Battlefield 6. The gunplay, the core gunplay loop alone is every reason I need to play Battlefield 6. Because it is just genuinely that good. That man just got shot from somewhere else.
I'm reloading.
I'm not too worried about that, Spaceman. I'm not gonna lie. Like, I think you only... Like... I think you only do something like Battlefield Labs if you're really confident with the progression your development team is making. And I think Battlefield Labs has allowed them to mass data collect for things that they probably would have caused them trouble before. Like... physics, bugs, server load. So I'm not too worried about... I'd actually say, like, you know, especially in terms of beta polish, the Battlefield 6 beta is probably the most polished beta we've had in a while, and that usually is a very good sign for Battlefield games. So I'm not too worried about the launch of the game being iffy. I do know some of the folks who are, like, working on it, and they have kind of said, look, you know, it's very much all hands on deck until release, but that's kind of just normal for them. Or normal for the development process of most video games these days. What? Shot was so good, I surprised my damn self. Damn, I got a big old bag for me too. I feel like Battlefield 6 has been a dream, man. I hope it's good. I think it will be. I'm very excited to play the bigger maps. I'm actually really excited for New Subec City more than I am for Mirak Valley. I think Mirak Valley looks good, but New Subec City kind of reminds me of Gulf of Oman. In fact, if you take away the beach from Gulf of Oman, that is essentially what New Subec City looks like. It's Gulf of Oman without a beach. Like, and that's very exciting.
Tasking request received. We're done.
Right, I lost my mind. There was someone here, no? Go screw it, beast that. I'm very excited to play Firestorm again as well. Operation Firestorm is going to be a banger.
Standing by. Available for tasking. UAV standing by.
Requesting recon
UAV
flyover.
available for tasking.
You've got gas moving in.
Circle kills on impact. I love that. I love it too. I think it's going to be great. I honestly, like I said, I think a lot of people have maybe been a bit on the fence about the idea, but I genuinely think it could be one of the best improvements to the BR genre in quite some time.
Adjusting price.
I hope the circle moves really aggressively as well. That would be my other request. Like, I like the idea of the insta-kill circle, but I like it even more if the circle has a sort of persistent movement to it that's quite aggressive. Because that kind of aggressive circle movement and the fact that it would kill you instantly kind of really makes people have to consistently think, you know? Yeah, I hope so, Raw Dog. I mean, I think it could go that way, to be honest with you. I mean, you know, looking aside the mechanics in Battlefield 6 and what they're hoping to achieve with the BR, you know, it's worth just remembering that at a very basic level, they do things better than Warzone already. The servers for the Battle Royale, I am going to assume, are going to be 45 Hertz, which is essentially nearly 4 times what Warzone does sometimes. You know, the anti-cheat for Javelin is already looking a lot more promising than anything COD's done with Ricochet over the last couple of years. So that's great. And the audio in Battlefield is probably some of the best in the industry. So, you know, just the 3 biggest pressure points for the last couple of years of Warzone are basically 3 things that Battlefield so far has aced. Scott Monkey, thank you very much for the channel membership, and a big shout out to V&J for the Prime.
UAV is online.
Appreciate you guys. So, you know, I'm very hopeful for what this Battlefield BR can do. I think it's going to be... What the fuck am I doing? What am I doing? Oh my god, what am I doing? I think it's going to be a very exciting window. I think it will be the future of BRs. I think it will replace Warzone completely, in my opinion. And honestly, like, I think the biggest thing that I'm excited about for it more than anything else is just that it seems to be focused on a bit more chaos and randomness, right? Like, the biggest issue with modern BRs like Warzone is that they focused so much on being competitive and sweaty that they forgot the things that made them fun in the first place.
Gas is closing in.
Like, nobody in Warzone remembers that time they, you know, fought a sweaty lobby with sweats in it. But they remember when somebody threw a helicopter into their squad, or like, you know, somebody RPG'd a helicopter out the sky, or like, you know, they flipped a vehicle and detonated somebody. Like, the random chaotic elements of Warzone are the things I think people remember the most because they're the most fun. They're the most, you know, nonsense kind of ways, right? Like, Warzone, when it first released, was basically just a big sandbox of people doing random cool shit. And that's why it was so good when it came out, because you didn't even care if you won or lost. It was just kind of the journey in between and all the stuff you'd see, right? And like, I know some people are like, okay, well, I'm a little bit unsure about Battlefield having vehicles and destruction might be a bit too much. And it's like, well, no, like, you know, those are the fun random elements that make it more interesting. You know, like, there's a real reality that you're going to be camping in a building in the Battlefield BR and somebody is just going to throw a helicopter into your building and take it down. Like, not even like, you know, kill you, but just knock out the entire building. Or like, you could strap C4 to the front of a car, drive it into somebody's building and detonate it. You know? Like, just really random cool stuff like that, like, is gonna make that Battlefield BR so sick to play. And like, you know, those moments are going to be so memorable that you won't necessarily care about winning or losing. It's just going to be the sheer chaos of it all that makes it fun to interact with and play. Like, and this is the thing, like I said in the video, it's not even just taking out entire buildings, right? Like, Battlefield has micro-destruction. So, like, let's say, for example, if I'm in this room here, I could knock out this wall specifically with C4 and make more space. Or I could knock out this section of the floor and peek people down below. That stuff is really cool. So I'm very, very excited about it. I really, really am. I will obviously be... Well, who knows? I might be playtesting it. Who knows? So yeah, I'm excited to see how that test goes on Friday. I'm excited to see how polished it might be.
Like nothing.
Obviously, Battlefield Labs builds tend to be a little bit older, like in terms of time-wise. Like, they seem to be a couple of months older than the current development build. For obvious reasons, like, you know, the devs carry on working and the current build that they're working on ends up being outdated because they've got a new build and stuff like that. So it'll be interesting to see how it, like, stacks up in relation to where it's at, like how polished it is. I think that's the thing I'm most curious about, is like how polished is this Battlefield BR so far?
You're in the top 10. Keep knocking them down.
I mean, here's the thing, this guy is essentially stuck, so...
Gas is inbound.
Like, he's gotta move.
Returning to base.
I'm reloading.
So yeah, very excited to see how this all pans out. I think it's going to be a good year. Oh, you're welcome, Becca. You're welcome. Like, who knows? I might be playtesting. Who knows? Who knows? You know? And even if I was playtesting, I wouldn't be able to tell you. Damn. And that's the kilo. I was thinking I'd just done enough to mask my footsteps there, but I think he heard it.
Gas is moving in. New safe zone located.
So, you know, I'm excited. I think it's gonna be a lot of fun.
Yeah, man. Just, it's nice to be looking forward to a new Battlefield, to a new BR. I think Warzone has a lot to do this year in terms of not dying as a game. Like, I think if Warzone doesn't announce another big map on rotation, I think it's pretty much dead this year. So, I mean, I guess at that point we'll all be playing Battlefield anyway, right? So... yes, I've got my 480 hertz monitor indeed, and it's been fantastic. Obviously, you know, I'm not getting anywhere near 480 frames in Warzone, but there are some places where I get closer to 300, so, you know, those are the places where previously at 240 hertz I was limited. But No, pretty good. It's insane in Valorant, dude. Like I'm playing Valorant in CS and I'm getting over 480 frames, and I'm just like, this is different world.
Lachlan, you can't!
What do you think of Delta Force? Do you know what? I actually did think to myself, you know, I should probably try play some Delta Force. So I might give it a go again at some point. Tactical Mod, thank you for the one gifted. I appreciate you. At least you future-proof when your PC can output 480 FPS one day. Well, so the interesting thing about this, and this is probably the most like fascinating part of all of it, is that DisplayPort 2.1 can't really... So like there's different standards of DisplayPort. There's 1.4, 1.4a, 2.1, and then there's subsections of that called, I think it's UHBR, which is essentially how much bandwidth you can get through one of those ports, right? So the monitor that I have can do 56 gigabits or gigabytes per second in terms of data transfer. And 1440p 480 hertz is technically, I think it's like you need 70 or 80. So there is a small amount of display stream compression where like they're compressing the image slightly visually to get 480 across the line. Now, I have looked at this, like, from a visual clarity standpoint. Display stream compression makes no difference. It looks like 1440p. It looks perfectly fine. But for some people, like, it's just a weird technical thing. Technically, 1440p 480 hertz is more bandwidth than what this monitor is technically capable of, but it is a 1440p 480 hertz monitor because they slightly compress the visual stream to make that happen. Either way, it still looks fantastic. Alex, thank you for the one gifted. I appreciate you. I hope you're doing well. But like, I've had so many people be like, why did you get a 480 hertz monitor? You had a 240 hertz monitor. It's not that big a difference. And I'm like, yes, it is. Like, hypothetically, it only cuts the latency or input delay by like 4 milliseconds or something like that. All right, it's not a huge difference in terms of input delay. But I notice it. Like I can visually tell you, like, if I went back and played 240 hertz now, right, in Valorant, and then played 480, that would feel like a slideshow compared to this. And it has ruined other refresh rates for me. Like, my capture card is sending you guys 120 hertz to the gameplay that you're seeing. Obviously, the live stream itself is in 60, but the actual motion clarity it's sending is 120. And 120 hertz and 120 FPS to me now looks like clip art. Like, it looks terrible. But I'm just, I'm super sensitive to this stuff. Like, super, super sensitive. I think the biggest thing for me is motion clarity. I don't like sort of smearing or blur. Depends on your GPU, Sam. Depends on your GPU. Good night. Thank you for the membership. I appreciate you. I do need to get back to your message, by the way. I'm currently in like knee deep in replying to like a bunch of different graphics designers and coders, so my inbox is a bit stacked. Dark Lane, thank you very much for the 19 months. I appreciate you. So, you know. Like, upgrading to a 9800X3D makes sense if your CPU is, like, a lot weaker than your GPU. But if your GPU is kind of on par to your CPU, then maybe it's not really worth it. Like, it's very... Like, for me, I literally had to upgrade because I was missing out on, like, hundreds of frames. Because I have a 4090, and, like, the 13900K did not run well on Battlefield 6. The 9800X3D, however, wowzers, that was going fast. If you need any design work, can also hit me up. I'm doing quite complex stuff, I think. Essentially, what I'm hiring someone to do is create a unified alert platform and make hype trains for YouTube. They're coding hype trains. Obviously, YouTube doesn't have a hype train. It's really annoying. So we're making our own. And it's being custom coded from the ground up. Knee Deep, thank you for the channel citation. I appreciate you.
How'd a Muppet with a name like yours get through selection?
Use this time for some target practice.
RX 7900.
The real thing coming soon.
Is that the best AMD one? I forget if it is. My brain... That is the best AMD one, right? Or is it the XTX that's supposed to be like... I mean, it's basically the same thing, right? I mean, you would definitely probably see an uplift. A pretty significant uplift in places going to a 9800 X3D. But honestly, it kind of just depends on how long you're willing to wait. Like, next year, I think Zen 6 is supposed to come out, which will probably have even more performance CPUs at similar price points, so... Probably just wait for that. I did it because...
All stations,
I can.
light. We're deploying to the war zone.
I did it because it was a few hundred extra pounds that I don't have to pay HMRC. So... It's the 9700 XTX, okay. Yeah, I think we'll do Ghost of Yotai, Auto Intoxication. I think we'll do Ghost of Yotai. We'll do some Borderlands 4. And we'll probably do some Dying Light the Beast as well. I'm looking forward to that. So we'll get a couple of different little things going.
Scavenger contract here.
Obviously the first one is the Spono. Lumus Death, thank you for the 12 months. That's a whole year of barking up the wrong tree. I mean, some would say. So you can join the queue of people who bark at me. YouTube hype train, does that mean you have to use the YouTube API? That's such a mess. No, essentially what it means is we'll have to use some data to tell it that multiple events have occurred in succession and that's how that triggers things to behave in certain... Like, it's going to be a whole thing, really. I'm actually a genius. My genius is frightening.
Supply box secured. 2 to go.
Setting mine.
Oh, cool.
Need recon overhead.
I'm gonna have another mother... How many guys are here, bro? Why do they all want the schmuckety schmoke? Yeah, it's a nice little selection of games before the release of the big boy. We are doing a subathon for Battlefield 6, for those of you who have missed out on that information. We are doing 30 days of Battlefield, which is essentially going to be
Mags.
a 30-day subathon of
Supply box is secure.
Battlefield,
1 remaining.
probably like 10 days of Arc Raiders as well. So just a month straight of just trying to go crazy. Which I'm very much looking forward to.
Contract supply box is secured.
Keep me up for 30 days straight. Oh, gosh. I don't think I'll be doing one of those subathons where, like, I'm live for a month straight. Because I'm not Jade. It'll be more like challenges, mini-games, shit like that. Subscription goals. Like, if we hit 1,000 subs, we do X. Because I will be doing probably 12-hour days anyway, and that's including, like, content, so...
You've got gas moving in.
Unfortunately, I have too many videos to release at the same time to justify doing... Wait, why am I being so dense? I've just bought a self-res, like I don't need a loadie.
Friendly loadout drops on the way.
Yeah, like, obviously, A, Fleet, very healthy. B, I'll have a lot of videos to produce. I mean, unless I'm producing those videos live on stream, which is, I guess, an option, but... That is a really stupid skin that shouldn't be in the game. Also, that is an outrageously lucky set of headshots.
Deployment.
My shoulders feel very tense today.
Go.
Oh, dude, sorry, I forgot to talk about this. Like, I need to talk about this because it happened to me. So I was... Oh, let me kill off Stream Deck because it's not showing my...
Redeployment or die trying.
Yeah. So I'm at the gym yesterday, right? We'll let the Stream Deck app figure itself out as they murder this man. So I'm at the gym yesterday, right? And you know, nothing crazy, just, you know, regular little gym session, and I hear this big drop next to me. And I'm thinking, okay, it's a bit odd, like that's quite a loud noise. Bit strange, right? So I go and look into it. Some dude, so, like, you know, I don't know if you guys have this, but, like, you know the really long, like, bars, weight bars, like, that you obviously stack for bench press and stuff like that? There's, like, a row of them, and you slot them into these little slots on the ground, and they kind of stay vertically in place, right? And essentially, like, one of the bars, so 20 kilos of weight, had just straight up fallen over and dropped on this guy's head. And I'm like, hold up, like, what do you mean? Like, I see, like, 3 people around him. He's not, like, knocked out or anything, but, like, he's just been hit in the head by 20 kilos of weight, which is obviously a lot. You know, I play rugby and American football, so, like, I know what a concussion looks like, right? So I go over to him and I'm like, oh, like, what's happened? They're like, oh, this, like, entire bar just dropped clean on this man's head. And I'm like, oh, like, that's... You know, not to be spooky, but that's kind of a big deal. That's wild. And, like, you know, I just sort of said, like, oh, like, you know, feels like you should probably get this, like, medically checked out. And I'm talking to this dude, and I can tell that he's not quite with it. So I'm like, hey, look, like, are you dizzy? He's like, yeah. Do you have tension in your head? And he's like, yes, everything feels super tense. And I'm like, how many fingers am I holding up? And he said 4. It was 2. And he was like, oh, like, I think I'm fine. I'm just going to carry on. I was like, bro, you need to go to a hospital. Like, immediately. I literally said to him, I was like, bro, you need to, like, sit down and, like, not move, right? Because your brain is swelling. And then go to a hospital. So lo and behold, one of the guys in the gym who I know, like who actually runs the place, or doesn't run the place, but he's like a PT at the place. I call him over and I'm like, we need to get this guy an ambulance because he might not make it to a hospital because he's just had a head injury. And obviously the general rule of thumb is like, if you have a head injury, don't be by yourself, because if you faint or like you pass out or you black out, or if it's a brain bleed, all of these things that can happen, right? It's a head injury, right? And this guy, like, he's like to me, nah, man, I'm just gonna carry on my gyms. I'm like, bro, you need to go to a hospital. Like, I'm being deadly serious. Like, you're lucky to be conscious, like, and breathing, really. Lo and behold, we finally convinced this guy, like, you know, we've already called the ambulance at this point against his will. But we finally convinced this guy to go to a hospital. And I literally go to the medic. And I'm like, I literally like walked up to the medic and I said, that big 20 kilo thing, kabunk. So like, you know, definitely go get an MRI, like minimum. Like, because, you know, at the end of the day, concussion's a concussion. You will eventually recover from it. But like, brain swelling and like potentially brain bleeds are a really big thing, and like you don't want any of that. So I just said like go. I got a text saying that he's absolutely fine. He's going to be perfectly okay. But he is concussed, like, you know, like, so he is concussed, but he is okay. Like, he's not got anything serious. But I guess it's maybe the shock of it, but the guy was literally just like to me. Like, he's standing upright, and he's like, yeah, man, I'm just going to carry on lifting. I'm like, broski, you don't even... I asked him what day it was. It was Wednesday. He didn't have an answer, and I was like, right, so that's that out the way. Obviously, where I've coached American football, we have medical training, because, you know, it's a contact sport. It's not impossible that, you know, someone gets knocked out or someone dies. Like, it genuinely isn't impossible. I've had to stabilize more than one person's head on a field before. So, like, for me, I was just sort of like, bro, like, I know we're all adults here, but you need to just sit down and let the adults do their thing. Like, Grant, I'm quite lucky because, like, like, in the gym I'm in, like, everybody kind of knows each other a little bit, and like, you know, I think people in our gym kind of make a conscious effort to sort of say hello. It's actually like a weirdly tightly knit community. So like, you know, we have a good culture in that gym. People will check on you. They will ask you for help. Like it's a nice space. It's a very non-toxic space. So there were like 4 or 5 dudes telling this guy, like, you know, bro, just sit down. But like, I think he only kind of listened because I sort of said, hey, like, you know, these are the exact symptoms you have right now because I can tell you're concussed. Like, yeah, it's quite an interesting one, Henry. I think it's because like everybody's sort of like, obviously the gym's available to everybody. I've seen some older dudes in there, some older ladies in there. But like, I think the majority of people going are sort of 20 something. We're all like kind of like mid 20s to mid 30s, and obviously everybody's working and shit. So there's just like, I don't know, it's just got a weird, like, I know people by name in that place more than I thought I would. Usually when I go to the gym, I just stick headphones in, put my head down, and pretend people don't exist. But like, yeah, I don't know. It's sort of kind of reminds me of being in the library at uni. Every once in a while, someone comes up to be like, "Yo, how you doing?" I'm like, "I'm fine. I'm dying." There's this one slightly older Polish dude who I think's like 55, 60, give or take, off the top of my head, who goes to that gym. And that guy's great. I love that dude. Every time I see him, he's just like, he walks up to people. Like, he's clearly one of those guys who has lifted for a very, very long time now. And like, yeah, I just see him walking up to dudes being like, you could do that better. Yeah, move that way a little bit. And then other times he'd walk up to people, he'd be like, he just looks at them and goes, bro, you gotta flex, you're looking big. I'm just like... Back on point, this loading is forever. Bro, this is Warzone for me. They don't want to see me shine, man. And by shine, I mean die at like 52nd place. Who knows? I don't know if I said this on stream, but the other day I got the best compliment I'll ever get in my life. A very little old lady walked past me. I was at a Wix. Yeah, that's right. We're bringing that one back. I was at Wix picking up some sand for my dad. And a little old lady walked past me. She must have been like 60, 70. Lifting this gigantic bag of sharp sand. And the lady goes, "You've got very nice shoulders." And you know what, lads? That's the best compliment I've received in the last 3 months. Because you know what? I do have nice shoulders, and I have been working on them. So thank you, I don't know, Janice, whatever your name is. That was lovely. Delightful, even, some would say. Because old people are at a point where they don't have a filter, right? So if they say something, they just mean it. I was like, you know what? I'll fucking take that. I'll take that, and I'll run with it to the hills. That's what I'll do. Do you reckon there are some names that are just sort of dead now? I mean, there must be dead names, right?
Battle Royale.
Like, there must be names that are just finished. Like, Dorothy. You know? Picking up gilfs? I wish. Gosh. Trying to get me a retirement plan. Not being the older lady's allegation? Never will.
Scavenger contract here.
You know what I'm saying? This looks very deathy, but I'm gonna do it anyway.
Primary objective to eliminate all targets. Enemies are dropping into the area. Watch the skies.
Changing mags.
This looks very deathy. Keith? Can you imagine you get a brand new baby and you call it Keith? I tried to slide and I got stuck, so that's great. And also, why does everybody find a sub but me?
Success means redeployment.
I met a teenager called Brian? Jesus Christ. Cold hands means hot love. Jesus Christ. Gareth, good God. I mean, I've never met another Lachlan. It's never happened.
Scavenger contract here.
Like, I've never met another Lachlan. And I don't think I ever will, really.
Moving. Cancel my last. Scratch that. Scavenger contract here.
Supply box is marked. Secure those locations.
You start to wear the vest after the compliment. Not really, no. I've been wearing these on stream during summer, and everybody's like, why is this guy wearing a vest? I'm like, bro, this is hot. Like, what do you want? Like... You work with a Lachlan from New Zealand. Well, there you go. I've never met one. They don't exist as far as I'm concerned.
supply box down. 2 remain.
I feel like I've put myself in a bit of a trap here recently. Well, there's another famous Lachlan on YouTube, and he's, you know, really stole my thunder. I could have been the first and the last. Instead, I'm just a backup dancer, I think.
Enemy UAV overhead.
Bro, what is going on today?
Shake it off and keep pushing.
That kilo is genuinely outlandish. Like, that kilo is so chalked. Oh, you die so fast to that. It's basically an SMG. Like, it's actually kind of insane, like, when you think about it. 10 push-ups per death. I actually was thinking about doing, during the subathon for Battlefield, every death is a curl. Because I can do a curl whilst I'm sat down, do you know what I mean? Like... Yeah, the Battlefield Lab stuff's gonna be cool, man. I mean, we'll see how long the matchmaking takes this time. Yeah, I heard about that Chelsea news. I think it's one of those things, it's one of those things where, like, what can the FA really do about it? Do you know what I mean? Like, we got bought by someone else, so, like, can you retroactively apply penalties to a different ownership? And if you can, doesn't that seriously hurt investment in the league because people won't want to buy clubs anymore? Because they'll feel like they could get charged if the previous owner did something wrong. Like, there's a whole thing around all of that.
Check weapons and gear. We're holding for deployment.
I'm very excited about the idea of an insta-death circle in the Battlefield BR. I've talked about it a little bit. Like, I think there's just something quite encouraging about it.
Reloading.
Enemies are dropping into the area. Watch the skies. All stations, this is Shadow 01. Deployment to the war zone has been authorized.
Deployment to the war zone has been authorized. I've played a bit of everywhere, to be honest with you. Carsten, I've played O-line tackle, I've played defensive tackle, I've played defensive ends. Bit of everything, really. Shit, at one point I did some tight end.
Battle Royale.
Lord knows I do have a tight end.
Scavenger contract here.
Climbing to the safe zone.
I'm looking forward to seeing how destruction changes the formula for BR. I think that's going to be cool too. I mean, we've never really have it, to be honest with you. Like, I know PUBG had a little bit of destruction, but we haven't really had any destruction in any BR, right? So this will kind of be an industry first.
Targets are up. Locations down. Secure the supply boxes. Locations are marked on your tag map.
Fortnite doesn't really count though, because it's not the same. I don't know. Like Fortnite's destruction is very. It's not really. It's like taking a Lego brick out of a wall, right? Like it's not.
Supply box secured. Move to the next one.
I don't know why, but Fortnite, I don't even think of destruction when it comes to Fortnite. Just because I think it's so, like, linear, I think is the word I would use, maybe.
Two supply boxes secured. One remaining. Contract complete. All supply boxes found.
I don't really keep up with Fortnite that much, to be honest with you, so... What do I know? It depends on if they're playing quads, Steven. Because I know a lot of us have kind of been avoiding quads recently just because you tend to run into more cheaters and stuff. Like...
You've got a loadout drop inbound.
When do you reckon BFBR will release? I'd probably say a couple weeks or a month after the main game. Like, they won't want it to be too close to the launch of the game because they won't want to potentially stop people buying multiplayer. Because some people might be like, oh, well, I can just try this version of Battlefield for free. But they also wouldn't want it to be far away enough that it loses momentum. Where were you this whole time? Like, I have heard no audio at all. This guy's just fucking proning at him. Maybe I do need to leave solos. Maybe I do need to play something squad related. Shit, I might play solos and quads the way this is going. Just because, good God, like, they're so ratty.
Let's have ourselves a fight. Almost your turn, soldier. Stand by.
In a bit, knee deep. Good to see you, buddy. Oh, that guy is I ran through that guy's building. And he was just like, no, do you know what? I think I'm going to stay prone, make no noise. And then just use a heartbeat sensor. And it's like, oh, okay.
Earn redeployment or die trying. Enemy eliminated. Prepare for redeployment.
Scavenger contract here. That's for my last.
Supply box is located. Move to secure.
Yeah, I do hope, maybe that's one thing I do hope for the new Battlefield game. Maybe, like, make solos more interesting, or find a way to just improve the solo formula. I actually really like buyback solos, and I never really understood why we got rid of that.
Two supply boxes down. One to go.
Just feel like solos as a mode could find a way to reward players for aggression and movement a little bit more. I think at the moment, a lot of solo BRs kind of reward people for doing nothing. Not that that's a bad thing, but like, it is frustrating when like in a BR, it kind of feels like you're doing everything right and you just get
Ready for lunch.
randomly killed by a guy prone.
Busting recon flyover.
Loadout drop headed your way. Hostile UAV in the area. Gas is inbound. Marking new safe zone.
I think it'll probably launch with just quads and solos. I don't think it'll do duos and trios.
TACOM, we're flying
I think
on
that
cue.
you have to
Ready
wait
for
to see
sending
if you
supply.
have the player base first. And even then, it might be that you just want to figure out the core formula first. Like, I'll be honest with you, there's probably a lot of things that the devs are still a little bit unsure about in terms of, like, balancing and classes, that maybe they want to see how it plays out first before changing the player count dynamic. And also, you know, things like class systems in the BR are going to have a pretty big impact on how it plays in, like, duos and trios. Because one comp for trios might make a lot of sense, but then one comp for duos might be super OP. Appa. Hey, buddy. What was that? He barked like he saw something that upset him. Yeah, they've indicated quads only so far, yeah.
Gas is inbound.
Probably me playing Warzone, yeah. I wish he had a yip yip command. I probably need to teach him one, really. Do you think it'll be free to play? Yeah, I'll be surprised if it isn't. That feels alarming. Ah, this guy's cheating. Definitely. Nice cheats, buddy. Oh, he's cheating. I was like, yep, that TTK feels completely wrong. It's like, I wonder why. And it's because he's hacking. Well, let's enjoy.
Semtex, front!
Come on, COD. Like, shouldn't be too difficult to figure this one out.
Under fire! Get a UAV on grid. Adler requesting harp tasking.
Not yet, Flip.
Buy station
I haven't really messed with any of the OCs just whilst I'm getting, like, set up. Obviously, I've enabled Expo to get my RAM running at the right speed, but other than that,
contract.
haven't really touched anything.
I'll drive. Point mark. Move.
Hey, buddy.
Loading new mag.
You've got gas inbound. Safe zone relocated.
I'll drive.
Comes the cheaties. It's impressive that COD hasn't caught him already. He's looking for his next target.
Under fire.
Nice to see the secure boot updates working. The crazy thing is that he has soft aim as well, so it's
Authorizing mag.
like he's not missing shots. Even if he's quote-unquote missing, do you know what I mean?
Eyes overhead. TACOM, commence HARP overflight. Target marked, send it.
Yeah, this guy.
Loading new mag.
The specs list not up to date at the moment, Shelby. But 9800 X3D and a 4090 is essentially the key important ones. I mean, he knows where he is. He's got walls, so... Come on, God, let's be serious. How has this guy not been banned? This guy's flicking onto anything with a pulse. I wonder if there's a man inside the railway station. Oh, look. There is.
Switching mag.
I don't think I could type in the game chat, even if because I'm dead.
Marking contract.
I mean, like, this is what bothers me. Like, statistically, it's very obvious this guy's cheating. Like, so how has he not been banned already? Do you know what I mean? Like, basic math alone tells you that this guy's cheating. Let alone all the other tools they have to figure
Marking
out.
contract.
What breed is my dog? He is a street dog, bro. I have no idea. He has no specific breed.
Establish arm on station. Taking fire. Coming through. Reloading.
Game's gone. I mean, he hasn't missed a bullet, really, on anybody. Yeah, he's just deleting people from across the map.
Gas is closing in. Get to the new safe zone.
Like, this is the thing as well. Like, it was painfully obvious to me the first time he shot me that he was cheating. Just because the amount of TTK that he achieved over range means that he essentially achieved full headshots, no misses, and basically halved the actual TTK of the weapon. And I can tell that just from being shot, let alone the game literally having the data and math to put 2 and 2 together. Do you know what I mean? Like, I could tell that this guy was cheating just from being shot at. My favorite thing about cheaters is they always end up staring at the floor as well. Like, none of them... Hey, hey, hey. Hold that. Rick's awake. Right, I'm gonna let this game play out and grab a drink quickly, so I'll be right back. We can celebrate his demise.
Fire sales done. Prices are back to normal. closing in. Relocating safe zone.
Back in time to see who does and doesn't bottle it. This man's right. Well, sorry, is this a cast-off 5v545 with an advanced warfare optic?
Gas is inbound.
0 kills. I believe the stealth approach is what this man is going for. It's not worked out for him.
Reloading.
Well, this is the thing with solos matchmaking. It is basically just random at this point. Like, solos is probably the closest you'll get to randomized SBMM.
Gas is moving in. New safe zone located.
Oh, that's just a glitch, Bandsky. Their actual levels don't show properly in the kill feeds.
Supply crates are restocked. Advise you to load
Look,
up.
I'm impressed. He crouched his way to 10th. This guy got a ground loot Amez, and he hasn't even reloaded it. Ooh.
Gas is closing in.
How did he know he was there? Oh, is he on UAV?
Found some armor. Disregard.
Oh, he's got a heartbeat sensor. Of course that makes sense.
You've got gas in.
Switching max.
I mean, this guy has the movement of a good player. I mean, centering is a little bit off, but if there ends up being someone in that train station, he's cheating.
Gas is moving.
And I'm just saying that because he's staring at it and then pulling out a heartbeat as if. No, do you know, I'll give him the benefit. I'll give him the benefit of the doubt. I think he might be fine. I don't like it when people do this whole, like, cycling process of staring at something, then pulling out a heartbeat, then staring at it again, because, like, the chances of you actually hitting anything at this range with a heartbeat are incredibly low. So instead it just looks like you knew somebody was there in the first place and tried to make it look like you didn't. But, I mean, his movement's pretty good, so I'd say more likely than not he is just a good player. He's gonna get pushed here. Oh no.
That was close.
You're in the top 3. Don't let up now. Gas is moving in. New safe zone located.
I like that.
Shotgun shells. Cancel that.
You're losing ground. Moving.
I think this guy's just solid. Don't think I see anything suspicious about him.
Under fire.
Only 2 left.
I feel like I maybe want to watch that last kill back slightly, but there's part of me that maybe wants to see that last kill back ever so slightly. He seems pretty certain that this guy is down low. I mean, to be honest with you, I would have assumed the opposite at this point. I would have assumed that he's already made it into the building.
Gas is closing in. Get to the new safe zone. Gas is moving.
Jesus Christ. And that's as much a warning sign as you'll ever need. Good mates. So I think he is just a good player, but I do want to watch one of the kills back. Ever so slightly. There was one kill that he got that I just want to see again. It was this kill. I think he might have just got lucky as he swung around the corner. Yeah, nah, he's just good. Just lucky. It looked oddly sticky when he did it, but he's fine. He's seen him for like a pretty ample amount of time. And then like makes an adjustment, gets a lucky shot off. I think he almost caught himself by surprise when he hit him and then just carried on. But that guy, you could tell that that guy's movement was pretty solid, so I honestly think that's the biggest like indicator of whether or not somebody is like clearly and obviously cheating or not, is just like if the rest of like if they're generally very well like put together in terms of movement, in terms of checking their surroundings, like that to me contributes towards like a player who knows what they're doing. So yeah, I think he was just a good player. Looked like a really solid player. Not that we ever had any reason to believe he was suspicious anyway. I get oddly concerned when I see heartbeat sensors. I think I get concerned because I'm used to back in the day. I don't know if you guys were there, but back in the day there was sort of this meta where cheaters would walk around using heartbeat sensors and pretending to use them. But in reality, they weren't actually like heart beating anything. They were just walking around with a heartbeat sensor and using walls. Like that was a fairly common thing back in the day for Warzone. Like people just pretended that they were doing the right thing. VAR would state that they never even used a gun. I mean, yeah. VAR in football is a fascinating thing because the whole Fulham-Chelsea one really blew my mind. Like the whole, was it or was it not a foul on Trevor Chalobah? And it's like, well, yeah, it's a foul. Like, there's really no avoiding that. And then you had like referees, like older referees being like, oh no, like it's not a foul. They're taking away from the game. It's like, well, he stood on his ankle. Like, you know, I get there's kind of nowhere else he can go, but at the end of the day, it's still a foul. I was like, how are you people trying to explain this away? You can pay to complete the free pass on 2042 now. Can you actually? Might do it. If I'm being honest. Oh, man. Hilarious.
Ruck up. You're headed to the war zone.
Giddy. Come here, Bootsy.
Alright, calm down. Good night, everybody. Hey, lady. Okay, as we've discussed. Anywhere but the desk.
All stations, we are green to go. Stand by for deployment.
Yeah, there was no amount of incentive that would get me to play 2042.
Battle Royale.
No pussy on the desk? Never.
Be advised, gas is closing in.
Never.
Proceed to the safe zone.
The only thing on my desk is Battlefield 6, boy. Battlefield 6 is my No, I'm joking.
Scavenger contract here.
It's a miracle that... What the Huh? How have I been thermited?
Enemy soldier incoming. Eliminate all targets.
I'm reloading.
I can't believe I just got thermited in the plane. New monitor's good. New monitor's good. The sun is beating down. There are lots of doggers. Fabulous. Generational clip that. It's kind of crazy. Me and the boys haven't, like, played together since the beta, really. Call an ambulance! Call an ambulance! But not for me.
Reloading.
UAV available for tasking.
I mean, me and Stod playing Borderlands tomorrow is probably the first time we've played together since the beta. How crazy is that?
Marking contract.
Bounty targets marked. Kill them all.
I mean, I'm glad some people found 2042 enjoyable. Like, especially after the life cycle that game's had. Personally, it's just not for me. Like, I could play Battlefield 6 for probably 12 hours straight. I could barely last an hour in 2042. I have everything but loadout. Got UAV, got self, got all the other hard parts, just everything but the loadie.
Need recon overhead.
Yeah, Borderlands tomorrow morning, first thing in the morning. Me and Stobby taking on the world of Borderlands together,
Move it.
having a lovely time of it. I've already got my key, actually. I should probably start downloading it.
On the way.
Priority tasking request received. We're done.
I should get on 2K. I used to play 2K back in the day with a couple of mates. That was a guy from the last lobby. I do agree, Jake. There is only so much I can do in that tower before it starts to make me lose my mind. No, I'm looking forward to it, man. Like, you know, it's not been a secret here on the channel that we've been waiting for the next Battlefield game. It's not really been a secret that we're waiting for the next Battlefield Battle Royale, so I know things have been a little bit quieter, a little bit more dead. But Borderlands will be a lot of fun. Like, I'm really looking forward to it. It's a little bit different, something to play through. Dying Light as well, we'll definitely smash through that. Ghost of Yotai. We will play the Black Ops 7 beta. I think hilariously, and you know, I said it in my reveal video for Black Ops 7. Like, I actually think Black Ops 7 will end up being a good COD multiplayer and probably a good COD Zombies.
Enemy UAV is online.
It's just kind of crazy that like they revealed it how they did.
Contract failed.
Yeah, it'll be a sponsored stream. We are sponsored by Borderlands
Stay sharp.
to go and play the game. I mean, I was going to play it anyway, so win is a win, really. I mean,
UAV standing by.
Requesting recon flyover.
an hour or two every other day. Nice. Ghost of your toe. Nice. Love that for me. There's a man up here.
Throwing thermite.
Yeah, I respect his patience.
Solid work evading the enemy. You're
I'm
clear for now.
reloading.
God damn!
Loadout drop headed your way.
How am I alive? Favorite game of all time? I mean, it's gotta be one of the old Battlefields, really. I mean, probably Battlefield 3, Battlefield 4. I'd say probably Battlefield 3. I do love time splitters, though. Time splitters. I've actually been thinking about getting a time splitters tattoo of some demeanor.
Bounty targets are up. Get off. You've got a loadout drop inbound.
Time splitters 2 co-op. I mean, look, if you know, you know. Do you know what I mean? Not everybody knows, though. That's the thing. But if you know, you know.
Got gas moving in.
Yeah, I hear that, Bun Sky. Like, I think ultimately he's, you know, maybe just wait a little bit and see how the initial reception goes. Time Splitters 2, local multiplayer, zombie infection mode, core memories. Yeah, man. I know. That was the streets won't forget kind of moment, you know what I mean?
Changing mags.
Oh, you're in New Zealand? When the hell did that happen? Sorry, I've clearly not been keeping up with things. How was your flight? Dude, that must have sucked. I hate long distance flying so much, dude. Oh, your Xboxes. Sorry, my bad. Nice. I'm sure your Xbox took a great flight. A really, really long distance flight for that one, some would say.
Hostile UAV in the area.
I mean, the longest flight I've ever done is London to Sydney, and that sucked.
Targets evaded. Bounty contract's been pulled.
Is this motherfucker just playing with me? Like... Bro, are you gonna have some bollocks and fight me? Like, I'm confused.
Taking fire.
It's with a stop. Although they do have a straight flight coming out soon. Just disconnected, that's hilarious. Oh yeah, it sucks knowing that you have to do it twice, dude, like... I mean, I feel sorry for anybody who lives in Australia, really. I mean, you basically have to fly like 90 hours to get to anywhere. Right, meanwhile, it's like, oh, you want to be in Italy? Yeah, that'll be 2 hours, lad. The US, 5 hours. Like, I'm not gonna lie, living in the UK is kind of dreamy for travel. Like, you can basically get anywhere in the world fairly efficiently and quickly. Except for, essentially, the really, really far distant places.
Tracking a high-value target. Weapons hot.
But yeah, do you know what? Honestly, and I think I mean, I'm getting rid of my. I'm gonna sell my ROG Ally. Because like I just don't use it. Even on flights, I end up getting bored of it. Like, I think it's just because I don't really game recreationally anymore, and this is something I guess I've kind of discovered about myself recently. I don't really play many video games anymore. Like, off of stream, I'll play Valorant, and that's about it. But, like, I consider gaming to be a social experience, I guess. Like, if I'm live, that's a social experience, because I'm chatting away, we're having convos, you know, it isn't just about me playing, right? And if I'm not live, like, if I'm playing Valorant, I'm usually playing with friends. So it's kind of like, I enjoy the really social element of gaming. So, like, the idea of playing, like, a single-player game on a plane, like, it sounded appealing at first, but the more I did it, the more I was just like, I'm already feeling this, like. I think I just prefer trying to get sleep when I'm on a long-haul flight and, like, watching a few films, maybe, but... It's just one of those things where, like, I thought it was something that would suit me really well and would help me kill time, and in a couple of ways it did, but not enough to justify keeping it, I think. So I probably am going to get rid of it. Like, look, obviously I'm very excited for Battlefield and Arc Raiders, but as a content creator, I'm excited about them more just because I get to play something I want to play on stream, right? I don't think I would play those games off of stream because there's just no, like, to me, it doesn't make sense. Like, there's no point. Maybe I'd do some Battlefield stuff off stream, or maybe some couple of Arc rounds off stream, but for the most part, you know, for me, it's like the social experience of gaming is why I game. And kind of without that, it's a bit dead. So, like, I haven't really, like, there are very few single-player games where I've kind of, like, gotten cozy in my room and, like, kicked my feet up and played them recently. I feel like that will probably change soon. Like, I feel like I'm kind of getting the urge for that again, but maybe, like, I'll do a game over Christmas. But for the most part, I think I just really enjoy the multiplayer. I enjoy fighting other players. I enjoy, you know, the socialized elements of gaming. And I think, like, when... That guy might be cheating. Yeah. Maybe. I'd need to see another one. Dying Light, I think I'd give it a go. Like, some games, like Dying Light, do appeal to me, but that's primarily because of the setting of the game. Like, I love zombie games and I love survival games to a certain extent.
I'm reloading.
That was a really alarmingly fast TTK, but it's not impossible.
Changing mags.
That was suspicious, but it's not impossible. I'm not quite sounding the alarm just yet, but...
Enemy UAV overhead.
Throwing smoke.
Icarus is a lot of fun, dude. Do you know what? I actually was playing that for a good while. But do you know what? Dude, you've actually given me a great idea. Maybe after Borderlands we'll do some Icarus. Maybe. I really enjoyed Icarus. I had a lot of fun with that. I'd like just started getting into some of the more complex treks, like
Closing in.
tech trees on Icarus before I stopped playing, and I was actually having a really good time with it. The combat's not fantastic in Icarus, but like it's not terrible either, I think.
High value target located. Bring them down.
Single player games are fun when you're ill. I guess so. I just don't think there's really... I think I fell out of love with single player. I think I have come to accept that in my heart's heart, I am, you know... In my heart's heart, I think I've accepted that I am just a deviant little sweat who loves fighting other players and enjoys PvP combat, which is why I play video games. But I also just don't think there haven't been that many single-player games that have really captured my attention. There are some that have been on my radar, like I'm really looking forward to that new horror game, Ill. Survival games generally. Chernobyl was great, I really enjoyed that. Or... Stalker, should I say. But I lose interest when there isn't a really convicting story, because at the end of the day, I just feel like I'm shooting bots or I'm killing AI opponents that I don't find all that challenging, and it's like, I feel like I need a certain element of challenge to really enjoy a single player game, but I feel like more than that, I need a really important story for me to want to carry on. And I feel like a lot of games just forego that these days. Like, I can't remember the last good game I played that had like a really gripping story, except for The Last of Us 2, and that was a really long time ago. Maybe Red Dead 2, but I'll be honest with you, Red Dead 2 is crazy overrated, and I know that sounds awful, but it just is. Red Dead 2 is incredibly overrated. Red Dead Redemption 1 is better than Red Dead Redemption 2, and I will die on that hill comfortably. Like, the story in Red Dead 1 is infinitely better than the story in Red Dead 2, in my humble opinion.
All bounty targets destroyed. Hell of a job.
I mean, the VSAT's super handy because I can kind of like take my sweet time here a little bit. I'm worried that I'm gonna get caught in a situation here where I don't actually have all that much cover.
Top 3, don't let up now. Gas is inbound.
Like, I'm worried that this guy's still alive.
In the AO.
And if he is, then if I chow this other guy in the town, I'm gonna be the one who gets shot. So I need these guys to kind of fight each other.
Hostile UAV in the area.
Okay, so he's gotten in a car, so that makes everybody's life easier.
You're in the last two, now finish this. Enemy airstrike in the area. They've been strong fire. When is it done?
And that deals with that. I just need good stories, Stephen, I think. I like that my crosshair's having a panic attack right now in the middle of my screen for no particular reason. Got some tan lines whilst I've been away. I've been working in my parents' garden, bro. Like, I mean, obviously the holidays have helped. I've been in, what, LA, Greece, a couple of other spots. So the tan's been topped up very, very aggressively. But, in fact, you could, if you want to see the craziest tan in the world, right? Like, if I... Hold up. That's great. That's insane, right? you can literally see where, like, the vests and t-shirts start and end. Oh, dear. Ugh. But I tan a lot. Like, I tan. I get really dark. I can get darker than I am currently. Like, don't get me wrong. This is like... I'd say this is like a 6 of, like, how dark I can actually get. I can probably get more to, like, a 8 or 9. This is like a 2. A 1. You know what I mean? Like... I'm not familiar with who Mr. B is, but I hope they enjoyed it, Holly. Yeah, I'm an SPF king. Do you know what I mean? Like, I wear a lot of sunscreen, and like I'm generally very sun safe because, you know, I've lived in a hot country before. So, you know, these are it's some very interesting, you know, tan lines. Do you know what I mean? Like, it's, you know, you know, this is you know, this is I'm making it through passport control. Okay, we're starting to lean into. If I wasn't blonde and I had darker hair, maybe I'd get a few questions. So... but no, I've been helping my dad in the garden. Like, my mom and my dad do this all the time. They might be watching, and if they are... Like, my mom and my dad, they do this thing where they do up their garden, sort of, and then they end up forgetting about it and dumping stuff in it, and then they end up being like, no, this summer we're going to do the garden. It's like, all right, cool. Yeah, all right, we'll do it again. And it's like, no, I think we're on our, like, 5th garden renovation at this point. But they finally like committed to finishing their garden. So like they just made it super low maintenance. It's a lot of paving. They've built a pergola. I say we built a pergola. We built some permanent seating, building a fire pit. They're doing a concrete base at the back as well because a little office building's going there. And like, look, you know, I'm not going to claim too much credit. My dad's definitely put in a hard shift for it, but I've put some work in. All right, I've been drilling some things, and then I went and helped in the garden. Hello, shaggers. No, I'm joking. So you know, it's been. I mean, it's finally finished now, so that's good. Doing a concrete base was hilariously interesting because I reached a point where in the cement mixer, like with the cement mixer, I essentially figured out the optimal sound within the cement mixer to make sure that the consistency was the same. The ability to capture your town is brought to you by the Elgato 4K camera. Yes. Probably the best explainer of things working. Yeah, I mean, you know, I mean, it was a good grab. I mean, fair play to my dad. Like, he smashed out a lot of paving. Like, for any of you who've placed paving before, it's hard work. Like, getting it right, getting the sitting of it right, getting the leveling of it correct. Like, it's just a lot of effort, and you've got to be like really patient, whilst also wanting to get it done really quickly. So, fair fucks to him. I mean, he's done a good job with it. We did mess up the pergola though. It was really funny. We were building the pergola in the back. Obviously, the concrete posts were all in, and everything was starting to go up. And we got like we'd done the measurements to make sure that the wood was spaced correctly across the pergola. And we got to the very end of it, and we went, "We're missing a post." Or not even that we were missing a post. It was that the posts were spaced in such a way that we technically needed 2 to get it equal. Now, through the power of sheer will and jammy bastardry, we just put 1 straight in the middle and it looks fine. So we just went, yeah, screw it, that'll do. Like, it looks like it was an intended gap for design and artistic reasons, but it was definitely a total accident. Ooh. Oh, dear me. You know that Green Day song, Wake Me Up When September Ends?
The real thing's
yeah.
soon.
Yeah. Just, yeah, you know, like... Maybe do just wake me up when September ends. Nah, I think we're all kind of there right now. Do you know what I mean? Like, we're all kind of like, we want the new stuff, you know? Hibernate like some scruffy bears. Oh, mate, what I would do right now to have a sizable blanket. Fatten up and take a long sleep. I wish I could do the fattening up part right now. I'm trying to, my goal for 27 is to reach peak whamness.
Playtime's over.
I mean, I'm already lifting a lot, but like I know I could be training better. I do this like bullying thing with myself at the gym, where I go to the gym and I go, all right, dude, today we've got this, 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 and this. These are the reps we need to do. These are the sets we need to do. And then, like, I get chatty and I talk to people. I know I shouldn't, but, like, some of them are peng, so, like, what am I meant to do? I mean, so I'm mid-rep and I'm like, yeah, but...
Battle Royale.
Like, you know what I mean? And also, I think it's like anything, right? Whether you're at the gym or at work, like, you just get bored eventually of what you're doing. I'm too sociable, that's the problem. I need to be, like, kicked a couple of times.
Scavenger contract here.
I mean, it's not even a case of, like, disliking going. At this point, I'd say it's, like, a pretty normal part of my routine, and I enjoy going. It's just, like, I get a bit complacent when I'm there sometimes.
Hunt down the enemy. Enemy soldier incoming. Supply box is marked. Secure those locations.
Nothing wrong with a couple healthy warning shots just to let him know.
One supply box down. 2 remain. One supply box remaining. Move to secure.
Yeah, not too bad, Sergeant Dodgy. Chilling, man. Just another day of knocking some more games out of the way before our baby releases in October.
Contract complete. All supply boxes secured.
Everybody wants big muscles, but nobody wants to lift these heavy odds. Well, it's facts, though. It is facts, bro. Like, I'll be real with you, bro. I'm sometimes mid-rep, and I'm like, what am I doing, man? I could just be a yard. I could just be a yard. Like, I could just be in bed chilling right now, but...
Changing mags.
I think I've sort of... I had a friend who very recently, injured his leg pretty significantly, like broke it in multiple places and shattered some things, and like he's recovering, but like there was a risk that he wasn't going to be able to walk properly again, or like that he would have to like relearn how to walk, and like it was really complex. Like there was a small chance there was going to be amputation or something, and I think like obviously it was quite a scary thing for him, but I think it was quite one of those moments where I was like, okay, well, like, you know, there might be a future where you're not physically able to do these things, so like maybe just don't complain about it. Which is why I've been doing more hiking recently. Like, I think I've been doing a lot more hiking recently because I've been like, well, I've wanted to do this, so why don't I? Because, you know, in the future it might just get too tiring or too whatever. I'm looking forward to it, Nick. I'm really excited to play some Borderlands. I was saying me and the boys were probably going to like play through a lot of it anyway, so like it's pretty cool. Like, I know that's a very reductive way of looking at it too, but I don't know, like, I've kind of got, like, Like, I don't know, just sort of gotten used to the idea of it being part of my schedule at this point.
Requesting
Granted, all the
recon
traveling this year has, like... Do the thing, yeah, exactly. It's a very basic way of looking at things, but it's like, do you know what? Just go and do the thing. You want to hike up a mountain? Go do the thing, bro. That's kind of where I've been at recently. And also, I've just had, like, in a way, I've had a lot of free time on my hands because,
Priority tasking request received. We're
you know, we are at this weird sort of period before Battlefield 6, and it's not really a secret to anybody that Battlefield 6 is where things get busy for me.
reloading.
5-day trip, I'm determined. Nice. That'd be sick. I've been meaning to get down to Wales at some point, actually, as well. I enjoyed the Lake District. I think I would like to...
Got contact.
I think I'd like to do another... See, I'm kind of a bit of an impasse, because, like, I'd like to do another trip, but obviously it's going to start getting pretty cold soon. So I might plan, like, a bit of an outdoorsy trip for either, like, March or April, after, obviously, Battlefield 6 and things have been busy. And maybe just do, like, a weekend somewhere for the time being.
Throwing thermite.
I don't like this, because I feel like I'm being hunted without realizing it.
Reloading.
It's hilarious, though. It's actually been, like, I've been bullying myself recently at the gym, because I'm like, you did 120 kilometers in, like, three and a bit days. And now you're complaining about 5 or 10. It's actually been great motivation. It's like, yeah, you did 120 kilometers and climbed, like, a mountain and various other really tall peaks, and now all of a sudden you're annoyed about doing 10K. Maybe grow up. It's...
You've got a loadout drop inbound.
Going to the NFL games in London? I am indeed going to the Jags-Ram game. I'm looking forward to it. I get the exact same seats every year at the Jags games. Every single year.
Safe zone.
And thankfully, because I buy every single year, they give me access early every single year, so I just always go, really. Looking forward to it, though. Got my Trevor Lawrence jersey. I've got 2, actually. Well, actually, I got 3, but... You know, I'm excited. I think it'll be a good game. Outdoors and going somewhere is just so different from grind on machine. I hear that. Yeah, I've actually been thinking about maybe incorporating a bit more cardio outdoors, but London's one of those really awkward green spaces where, like, there just isn't enough. But I think soon enough I'm going to start doing some runs. Bring the dog with me and maybe see if he enjoys a higher tempo. He is a small boy, though, so... Gots to be careful. It's actually been kind of nice that the heat has died down. Obviously, I have a smaller dog, and, like, smaller dogs are a lot more prone to the heat. And, like, I like to try and do a really long walk with him every weekend. Like, we do our regular walks in the week, but I like to do a really long walk with him on the weekend. Just to wear him out a bit, give him some good time off the lead to run around, see other dogs and stuff. And, like... Where it's been so warm lately, or has been warm over summer, like, it's been really difficult to squeeze those in because it's just too hot.
You've got gas moving in.
I was at the Tottenham NFL game last year. It's a nice arena. Yeah, as much as it pains me to say it, Spurs do have a nice stadium. I actually quite like... I think, weirdly, Premier League stadiums for the most part. It's why one of the reasons I love Stamford Bridge, and as much as I hope Chelsea do upgrade their stadium, I hope it doesn't change too much. Because it doesn't matter where you sit in Stamford Bridge, you feel close to the football. And I think a lot of NFL stadiums do a really good job of that as well. Like, even if you are sitting up in quote-unquote the nosebleeds, like, you still feel pretty close to the action.
UAV is bingo fuel. Returning to base.
A live stream whilst you hike up Snowdon. Get some outdoor and in the wild live streams going. I mean, it would be cool, but it also is a bit of a logistical nightmare to do something like that. In terms of, like, actually streaming it. Right, mate. That's a nice little drone you got there. Good morning, Grubby. Hope you're doing well. Haven't had City finish in a while. This will be fun.
Enemy UAV is online.
Saw something about NFL stadiums' average life only being 25 to 13 years now. What, in terms of, like, needing repairs or in terms of needing to scale upwards? Should ask Milo how he did it. Oh, did Milo do one of those? I might give him an ask, actually. I love Milo. He's a good dude. I enjoy talking to him. Yeah, maybe someday we'll do one of those then. We'll do, like, a little, out and about stream. Who knows? Obviously, my like full focus and attention. Focus and attention is 100% dialed into the Battlefield 6 release in a minute, but words are hard, I agree.
Gas is closing in. Get to the new safe zone.
Yeah, the kilo is very much meta at the minute. I did pick up a toolbox. Well, I just couldn't imagine Chelsea playing in anything that wasn't Stamford Bridge. But, I mean, I think Everton have kind of proved that as much as it is difficult to lose certain history elements, you do gain a lot in terms of nice to have. Like, I think, like, Everton Stadium, like, does a really good job of, like, wherever you're sat in that stadium, you feel close to the football. And, like, that's quite an important thing, I think.
Reloading.
Gas is closing in.
I don't know if he'll quite feel brave enough to peek me again, but we'll find out. I have no idea what the toolbox is for. I believe there's been a number of Easter eggs added to the game recently, but... Cute.
Got contact. Changing mags.
Imagine how pissed off he's going to be seeing somebody do cheerleading dances. I do need to do that at some point. I do need to go to see a Jags game in the US.
I'm reloading.
I'd have to make a tour of it, though. Like, I think I'd want to catch a really good college game at the same time as catching a really good NFL game. You know what I mean? Yeah, valid. Hey, look. Getting to watch decent football with free food and free booze. Can't really go wrong, right? I've been praying a company messages me and goes, do you want hospitality tickets for Chelsea? Praying, I tell you. Because I gotta tell you, the answer would instantly be yes. I need to see a Cowboys game. If I wanted to be disappointed, I would. He's doing emotes too. That's really cool. Oh, the poor guy, he's got to move, and I'm going to be the one in front of him. I think I want to go see a Jags game, and I probably want to go see, like, I'd like to see a big college game. I'd like to see, like, Ohio, Georgia kind of setup, or, like, Texas Tech versus Texas. Like, Texas versus, like, the Texases. The various Texases. Something like that. There is a very small gap in this window that you hypothetically could shoot through, but it's extremely small. LSU would be a good game. An LSU game would be a good game.
Losing ground.
Changing mags.
Never been to a West Ham game? Yeah, that's fair. I mean, to be honest with you, like I say, the spec sheet's outdated, Artie. We're on a 9800 X3D now.
I'm reloading.
Incoming LDBR.
It's not really going to do anything, so... We've been cluster striked at the same time.
Reloading.
I couldn't imagine anything worse than seeing a Cowboys game. Good God.
Relocating safe zone.
That'd be so rough.
No more.
I mean, if it was
fighting.
Cowboys versus the Jags, then I'd go. Because we'd probably win. And that's saying something, because I'm a Jags fan.
Requesting recon flyover.
Friendly loadout drops on the way.
Care package on standby.
I think it'd be an interesting year in the NFL, though. Like, a lot of teams are really showing up in interesting ways. I actually really think, I dare I say it, I think the Raiders might be a dark horse this year. Like, Geno Smith is looking crazy.
SDR awaiting targeting data.
Like, Geno might be him. Like, I mean, we knew he was already good, but he might be him.
Gas inbound.
Taking fire.
Yeah, I don't know if I'd do that, buddy.
Changing mags.
Who's the worst team in the NFL? Dolphins. 100%. So it's not even a question. Dolphins, the Browns, probably pretty close.
Hostile UAV in the area.
Like, I took one look at that Dolphins game and went, wow, these guys are 100% not in playoffs. I think the Raiders could be really good this year, though.
Get to the new safe zone.
There's just something about the way that they're playing. So I was there the year that we played the Falcons at Wembley. It was Jags versus Falcons, and it was hilarious because a bunch of the Falcons fans were flying back to LA on the same flight that I was taking to COD Next. And at the time, I was wearing my Jags jersey, and I see all these Americans getting on the plane. I'm like, did you guys fly all this way to watch your team
Moving
just
to my
get
mark.
absolutely pumped? Because that's rough.
Gas is moving.
I'm from the UK. Mr. PH says if you could kindly stop headshotting him, he's trying to do a thermal LMG challenge. GG's. Unfortunately, we just keep running into each other in the same lobbies. I love this guy's whispering as if it's going to make a difference.
Got gas inbound. Safe zone relocated.
It's a rough circle situation. We have the Jets Broncos game next month. Nice. The Jets are looking good. Got quite unlucky to lose to the Steelers. Well, I say unlucky. I mean, they...
Tossing smoke grenade. Contact.
Oh. Everybody's just hiding in corners.
Top 5. One of 10 remain.
That is possibly the craziest aim assist snap I've ever seen in my life.
You're in the top 3. Don't let up now.
Well, let's see how this finishes. I'm curious.
Gas is closing in. Only 2 left.
Changing mag.
That was actually a little bit alarming. Oh, he's cheating. He's 100% cheating. What the fuck? Oh, I was dead either way. He was 100% cheating. Crazy. I mean, it's hilarious. Even when this game has like 0 interest from anybody, people still like find a way to cheat. Not joinable offline. So I'm assuming he's maybe possibly just been banned. Difficult to say. Yeah, he went crazy blatant with it at the end. I guess he just wanted the win. Hilarious, really. I died to like a fairly normal player and I end up losing to a hacker either way, really. I mean... I think there will be a franchise in the UK eventually. I would be surprised if there isn't one in the UK in the next 2 to 3 years. I think like the interesting thing about the NFL is like some NFL teams struggle to sell out their stadiums. Whereas any team that moved to London and if they did a 100k stadium, it would probably sell out every week. Well, it's not even a probably, it definitely would sell out every single week. So I think it really is just a matter of time for an East Coast division that includes a London-based team. I mean, any team that moves, like if a team moved to the UK tomorrow, like even if it wasn't the Jags, I would end up supporting that team. I would switch instantly. And I don't think that's... Don't get me wrong, I love supporting the Jags, but if I had the option to have a home NFL team, like, come on, like, it's not even a question. I think most of us would. I think any NFL fan in the UK would. I mean, we thought the Jags were going to be that team, but it looks like they're rebuilding their stadium, so... Or they're building a new stadium, aren't they?
Ruck up. You're headed to the war zone.
I've thought about doing some, ranked at some point.
I'm reloading.
All stations, we are green to go. Stand by for deployment.
Gosh, is it bad that I'm like struggling to find the energy for 3 hours of Warzone? This is where I've reached with this game now. Do you know what I mean?
Battle Royale. Gas is closing on your position. Yes, you hightail it out of there.
I met Jermaine Defoe once, couldn't I? He's a really nice man. Really cool dude. Really cool dude.
Scavenger contract here.
It's just one of those guys you can tell, like, just really enjoys football. Like,
Eliminate all targets in the AO. Supply box is located. Boosters. Enemy UAV is online.
Changing mags. Stemmed up. Take cover. I'm reloading.
oh, we take those.
Standing by.
One of those guys that was just not going to let me leave.
Need recon overhead.
Could tell if I tried crossing the road, I was going to get gunned in the back instantly.
Supply box secured. 2 to go.
Do you know what I'm going to do this weekend? I'm going to do some cooking.
Mission timeline
I'm going to a
expired.
dim sum place on Sunday, which I'm very excited about. I bloody love dim sum.
2 supply boxes down. 1 to go.
I'm gonna do some cooking. I'm gonna whip up a meal that takes time and effort.
Contract complete.
We'll end up making like lots of really like fast stuff in the week just because, you know, I ain't got time like that, do you know what I mean? Like if I get back from the gym, the last thing I want to do is think about how much time I'm going to spend in front of a stove. But like, I do enjoy the process of just cooking something long and fun.
You're losing ground. Moving.
Bought a UAV instead of loadout drop because I'm a smart individual. That is what I am.
Requesting recon
Very
flyover.
intelligent man. Brain is so fried, I forgot about, you know, the important part. Ooh. Sometimes I look at this and I think, wow, I used to stream this shit like 6 hours a day, easy.
UAV exiting AO.
And then Battlefield changed everything. And then Battlefield altered my brain chemistry in such a way that I have not felt human joy since it left.
Care package available for delivery.
Battlefield was so good, I went hiking up a hill just to feel something.
UAV standing by.
Need recon overhead.
Precision airstrike standing by.
Care package on standby.
Precision airstrike ready for tasking.
Thanks for the work. UAV overflight terminated. Hand cannon not included.
Precision airstrike available.
Requesting close air.
Hand
Target
cannon
bomb.
available.
Copy that, Bravo 3-1 from station. Strike inbound.
Not that reload.
Impact, no hit.
A career-defining beta, some would say. Really. Well, I just miss it. I just know, like, it's the game for me, really. It's the first time in a long time as a content creator I've looked at a game release and been like, that is going to be my next couple of years. And good God, am I excited about that.
Dropping into the area. Watch the skies. Bounty targets identified. Weapons free.
Crap, you thought I was dog shit. I think it's got the potential to be AOA. It's going to take a while for it to reach that point.
Hostile UAV in the area.
UAV available for that
Requesting recon flyover.
Loadout drop heading your way.
UAV standing by.
We're hitting a primetime yippee here, folks.
TACOM, we're flying on cue. UAV returning to tank.
Ooh. Game's gone. Oh, I should probably download Borderlands quickly.
Friendly loadout drops on the way.
I'm pretty sure I can already play the game. I'm just not allowed to yet. Like, I'm under NDA.
Gas is closing in. Get to the new safe zone.
Hold up. Let me just find this. Oh yeah, there we go. Why is Steam not seeing the other volumes on my drive? That's alarming. Oh well, screw it, we'll just install it for now. Nice.
Need recon overhead.
Well, part of me's wondering. I might ask the question. We'll have a see, chat. I'm seeing that Shroud might be going live with Borderlands 4, so there is a chance that they might let me stream it early. And if that is the case, I will ask the question. We might be live twice today. The plan is to stream it tomorrow, obviously.
Priority tasking request received. We're done.
But if they let me stream it today, I will. In fact, let me ask that question now.
Changing mags.
I'm glad you enjoyed it, AO8. I love the beta too, bro. I think I finished with like 70-something hours, which obviously bearing in mind I also had to like make content as well and like make videos and stuff. It's quite a lot of time. I just really enjoyed it, man. Like, you know, it felt effortless to stream. It felt like I was having fun. So I'm really looking forward to the full release. And the crazy thing is, like, and what I keep thinking about, the full release, we're going to have Portal as well. And there's so much to do with that. These guys are having some sort of helicopter off.
Reloading.
Well, this is certainly something. Let me follow up. There is a chance that we might be live with Borderlands later today, folks. I need to hear back as to when our embargo drops. But I've seen that Shroud looks like he's going to stream Borderlands 4 today, and if that's the case, then we hypothetically might be able to. Unless he's got like a very specific sponsored deal with them. Because I can already play Borderlands 4 right now. Like I don't have to wait for a release time.
Changing mags. Requesting recon flyover.
Enemy UAV overhead.
So if the option is available for us to stream Borderlands 4 today, we will do it. But it just depends on when.
Gas is moving in. New safe zone located.
Priority tasking request received. UAV exiting AO.
I'm reloading.
Do you know what I can't wait for? To build, like, meta tank loadouts in Battlefield 6 so I can helicopter snipe or jet snipe with tank shells.
Need recon overhead. Incoming.
Where have you come from?
The Gulag is your last chance. Fight to earn redeployment.
Fingers crossed the dusting issue's fixed, yeah, 100%. Yeah, I'm going to try and find out if we can stream Borderlands early today, because I'm pretty sure Shroud's going live with it. And if Shroud's been told that that's okay, then there's a chance that we will be told the same thing.
Earn redeployment or die trying.
Alright, okay, right.
Changing mags.
Redeployment.
Found one back.
Let me just message... Sorry, folks. I think I'm going to end this stream because I think I'm allowed to go live with Borderlands. I need to talk to Stod. I need to do a couple of things. But I will be back. Bear with me.
Gas inbound. Safe
Catch you in a